Edwards, covered by AI, and it's slammed in by Teddy Edwards.
What a beautiful way to polish that sequence off. Strong to the rack.
Well, that just puts a little more momentum on their side.
And 2 more points.
This defense is going to have to toughen up. You can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that. Come on.
Hawkins got that bucket in no time at all. Well, one thing that you can say about the Hustle is that they play incredibly well as a unit.
This group is the very definition of what it means to be a team. I mean, if you look up team in a dictionary, this team will probably pop up. They play with a single purpose, no antics or egos, and they always show up to win.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, his coaches are just thrilled when Trigg does that type of dirty work. Getting after it on offensive glass and salvaging the possession.
Now here's Edwards. 8 points for him.
They're 3 of 4 to start the half.
The Mad Ants trailing. AI outside. Here's Tatum. Trigg. The shot's good on the assist by Paul Tatum.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Well, one thing you know with the Hustle is that they are going to be focused all game, Brian.
At times, the group has been called emotionless, but I think that's unfair. The Hustle never get in their own heads, no matter if they have a big lead or a big deficit.
And I like that even keel attitude.
Cameron Wade goes in.
And you can tell Wade is not messing around here. When he's penetrating, he's looking for the throwdown.
Randolph, guarded by Wade. AI, banked in off the glass.
They've raised their field goal percentage to up over 50% now. They look like a different team in the second half.
Time called here, the Hustle decides.
Well, when Paul Tatum is on the floor, he has just an incredibly soothing presence.
Yeah, Tatum just seems to calm everyone down, Tim. All the small mistakes start getting avoided. Players want to play for each other more. He definitely has an impact not seen on the stat sheet, just that it factor.
Yeah, good point, Brian. It is about more than the box score with him.
It's been a difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing them big time.
Knight no good.
A nice effort at least on the alley-oop, but I think probably a bad choice.
Well, it looked good for a second there. It really did, but it broke down in a heartbeat.
Timing has to be perfect on an alley-oop. Hard to get that shot off with the size difference there. That makes them a really tough individual matchup, especially in the post.
That's a big challenge he's taking on. Going in there with the big boys, great job.
Hey, he's at the big boys table now.
And what a matchup it is between the Hustle and Mad Ants. 2 teams with 2 very different approaches.
Well, you think of all the characters in the Mad Ants, and it's the polar opposite of the straight-laced Hustle. It's a clash of ideology on the floor.
4 on the shot clock. Shot's good by Edwards.
Not shy from outside. They're spreading the floor and chucking them up.
And I like that mentality, playing to win as opposed to playing it safe.
Yeah, why not take some chances?
Come on.
Another good trip for him. He's going to take it on himself to get them back in this game.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
And with the Hustle, you know you're going to get a lot of consistency. They just don't have off nights.
How fun is watching this fella go to work?
It's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Man, he can just get up.
His body control and concentration in the air are just remarkable, guys.
And they've built a very nice lead.
No signs of slowing down, at least as far as I can tell.
Tipped away. Down low. Lays it up and banks it in.
He's played an important role in their offense today. Without him, they might not be in front.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you know, the big story for the Mad Ants is the motel fire they were a part of recently. Happened in their last road trip. I know something like that can really get in the head of a team.
And here are the Hustle now. Pass to Wade. Now here's Flash. Edwards. Daniels grabs the board. And with that fire you mentioned, still no word on what happened, but hopefully some light is shed on it soon.
Yeah, Blake, the important thing is that everybody is safe. For the Mad Ants to come that close to a very dangerous situation is rattling enough, and hopefully the Mad Ants can put that behind them and not let it impact their play.
The Hustle, they have a very versatile group of players. Many can sub in for each other during rotations, and it makes matching up easy.
Now here's Tatum. Here's AI. Daniels outside. AI to the middle. A nice shot by Trigg.
Solid read from AI. When someone's open, he's good at getting it to them.
And they can burn some clock if they want.
And calm down, get a little breather here too.
Daniels up top. Yes, and it's AI picking up the assist.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
And with the Memphis Hustle, not a lot of characters on the team.
It is hard to point out a player that can separate themselves from the rest of the team. DR, they have a hard time marketing them, but they are effective where it counts on the floor.
Well, maybe you should get out there, Tim.
Right there, right there. Plays like that demonstrate how cool Daniels is in the clutch. What a player he is.
Memphis calls timeout. And the Mad Ants making a change here. Left side, Edwards. Here's Hawkins. Connects from downtown.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been by design or by accident, but either way, it's been impressive.
Maybe the coach just went up to the locker room chalkboard and just put a number 3 out there.
Now here's Young. It's stolen by Edwards. No doubt about it, the Memphis Hustle can play a very intimidating game. And that's the horn. Memphis Hustle come away with
the Mad Ants fell back in the first half.
Nikki, hey.
Hi, yeah, first of all, this is totally fine. We can fix this. I only wanted people to know about the fire so that we could see that you guys had a rough night. You know, I thought it'd be a good story before or after a game, whether you won or lost. Mad Ants rise from the fire to play again.
Slow down. What are you talking about?
After I published the story, websites started posting links to the video. You should have told me what really happened. I never would have written anything. I didn't know there was a video.
What video? What?
Come on.
I've got this. I know how to handle this.
Wait for me outside, okay? Wait for me outside.
All right.
Don't say anything. Just watch this.
I light one end, you light the other.
Oh, no!
Yeah, I think it's time we,
Yeah, we're inside.
Okay, let's just say that this didn't happen.
What didn't happen?
Who posted this? Coach, I just think I should know who recorded this if
What
it's
did
going
I
to be treated
tell
like evidence.
What did I tell you when I took you on? I talked about discipline and control and respect. You don't have any discipline or control. You just lost my respect. You know what else? You lost your place on this team.
It's over. Everything I've worked for was just wasted, gone.
You can get past this. Spin it, apologize.
Look, I'm not some star player who just sent out a few bad tweets, Nikki. I'm nobody. When you're nobody, they have no reason. They need one reason just to say no, and I served it up. I served it right up to them.
Start over.
I'm sick and tired. I'm so sick of starting over. You said you wouldn't have written anything.
What are you talking about?
The video. You said if you knew about the video, you wouldn't have written anything. Is that true?
I don't like where this is going, AI.
This is your job. This is what you do. You wrote the story, Nikki.
You think that
started
I'm
this.
going to ruin your career for a couple of
Do
retweets?
you know
What is
where
wrong
that video
with you?
came from?
What does it matter where it came
Because
from?
it had to be Marcus.
I don't know. You can check a couple original postings if you do some digging. So what?
You wrote the story, Nikki. You wrote it. People piled on, but you started this. You wrote it. This is your fault, Nikki. This is your fault.
This was a mistake.
What do you mean?
I told you the first night that we went out what my line was,
No,
and
Nikki.
you crossed it.
Okay, look, I'm I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Get
Yeah,
out.
no, Nikki, I didn't
Find your
mean
own way
it.
back to Fort Wayne.
Okay. Marcus the Legend? Hmm? Didn't even bother to change your username, did you?
You look upset.
You a snake.
Hey, man, I told you I would do everything I have to do to climb over you. And you just happen to be careless enough to turn your back on me. You'd be lying if you said to yourself that you wouldn't do the same thing. So, checkmate. Game over.
Man. I had a friend once tell me that people can recognize desperation just as quickly as talent. And I didn't listen to him. I mean, I knew he was talking to me, but I just figured, you know, just words. I didn't care. But I get it now. In this exact second, me running in here, hollering at you, getting caught up in all this, the league. Seeing you now is like, it's like looking in a mirror. And if that's what it takes, I don't want it. So yeah, man, you gonna get the call now, sure, but it won't last, Marcus. Teammates, coaches, they gonna smell it on you, all that fake hustle, that locker room chess. You're just gonna grind yourself straight back here to where you started. Just a sad weekend amateur, struggling to put a ball through.
Cool story, bro. Seriously, like, beautiful, amazing story. I liked it so much. I'm going to text you a picture of my first game check. Why are you still here? We're done, right?
Yeah, man. We done.
You're done.
I didn't look so bad. You didn't. You recorded that whole conversation.
I did.
He doesn't know I'm helping you, does he?
Listen, you made the right call by posting that video. Together, you and I, we're gonna do great things. No one I ever want to see him on another roster after this, unless it's like a local rec league. So, what do you think?
I got some old videos. I can make it work.
Yes.
What's your name? What's your name?
This is AI coming at you from Indiana, all by way of China. It's just gonna be a matter of time before the NBA sees what I can do. Fort Wayne, I can't wait to kiss his sorry excuse for a town goodbye. Corey Harris, I'm coming for you. You're gonna be buried right next to Marcus Young.
No, that's not me! Hey, excuse me, hey. Your busboy, Zach Coleman, is he here?
No.
Well, when's he gonna be back? I need to talk to him.
I don't know. He's off in the NBA, living his dream, managing Marcus Young. We're all very proud.
I know, Marcus Young?
Yes.
That's what he said?
Yes. Friendly piece of advice.
Fort Wayne, I can't wait to kiss his sorry excuse for a town goodbye.
I'd try to find somewhere else to eat.
I'm very excited to be here with the Spurs. I mean, I'm also excited to experience the great town of San Antonio. It's a dream come true, Honestly, I'm really humbled by it all. It's the opportunity to be a part of such a great basketball legacy. Everything that Popovich is...
Pretty brave. Being seen out in public with career kryptonite.
Don't forget Fort Wayne's most hated.
Right. Old boy at the burger stand even charged me full price today.
Earl? He never asks full price.
Uh-huh. And then he charged me extra for pickles. And he said, "Have a nice day, IA." Which I didn't totally get, but I assume was an insult.
Nah, I think that's just Earl. He calls me Bert. Even if I correct him, he's still like, "Have a great day, Bert."
So what y'all doing here?
News. You hear about this guy?
No. What?
Bought himself a fishing boat.
Yeah, it looks like I'm not gonna be getting that 12th man spot. So, it's over. Moving to the Keys, let my belly grow.
Got room for one more?
Hey, no way, man. I'm bored that thinking. It's a slippery slope to early bird specials and afternoon bingo games with blue hairs.
Oh, baby. That does sound good.
Look, I'm just saying. I don't know how to fish and I get seasick, but I learn pretty quick.
You're not listening to a word I've said, have you? Hey, you're not gonna spend your time wasting your career on a boat with me. AI.
I got no offers, man. Season's done for me. I don't know, man. Maybe my career's done.
We see right through it. You'll be screaming for a training camp in a month.
Doesn't matter how loud I scream if no one wants to hear it.
Read this.
What is it?
An article. I'm about to publish it on the tape that Zach and Marcus made.
Wait. The audio? You were able to...
I made a couple calls. I had an engineer friend of mine prove that your rant was edited.
This is... Nikki, thank you.
I mean...
Thank you.
Well, what they did was wrong, and they deserve to be called out.
Look, Nikki,
Wherever you end up, try and remember this place. These faces. Make sure they stay a part of you.
Hello?
Have trouble finding me?
Kind of hard to miss, bruh.
Now, you showed me something back in Shanghai when you helped me up from that dunk. I knew the idea of a bigger picture was in you. I'm sure things got awkward in LA, but I've been checking your season here and there. You look good. Focused. On point. And then...
Didn't work out the way I hoped. That's all.
I knew something was off. I called Tatum. He told me what happened. About how you set him up against a dragon. How you sacrificed in front of the scouts. How you let Marcus shine in Hoosier Gym. So I checked the tape.
And what'd you think?
We got one game left this season. It's for the 8th spot in the playoffs.
Against the Spurs. And Marcus Young.
Hmm? He's blowing up. Every game putting up bigger numbers. If he's playing at 100, he's gonna roll us. And our guy who usually guards him is out, so we figured you might want to take him. You know his weaknesses, and that's why you're here. Trial. One game. Show us what you got. If you shut him down, You seize your opportunity. You'll be in the league to stay. Have your choice of teams next season. Teammates, one more time? What do you say?
I won't let you down.
The Lakers aren't doing me a favor, AI. You earned this.
What's your name?
Don't overextend.
Marcus will make the mistakes if you let him flow to you naturally.
Man, I am nervous.
I know. It'll keep you on edge, okay? Visualize. Execute.
So, how's Fort Wayne?
Cold. Snowy. This is your time, AI. Take it.
Just wish this wasn't over.
It's not over. We'll just be something else.
Will I see you again?
I hope so.
AI.
Oh, Stackhouse, hey.
It's good to see you.
You too.
Just wanted to congratulate you.
Thank you. Listen, I know we didn't get off to a great start.
Are you kidding? I didn't have to deal with your drama. Now I'm lousy with hoagies. Best of every world.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm glad.
And I just wanted to announce you have a starting place in the lineup for South Bay.
What?
I'm yanking your chain.
Oh, okay.
You get out there and knock them dead tonight. Laker.
Thank you.
Now's the hard part. You gotta stay here.
No, man, I already told you. Marcus Young does not appear for anything less than $50,000.
Well, does he get to keep the ride? Okay. Yeah, he'll think about it.
You get better reception outside.
Nah, it's okay. I did what I needed to do. Everything good?
Yeah. It's great, man.
That's great. Awesome. Wow. Look at you. I'm
I thought
proud of
Marcus
you.
was an easier coach to ride.
Oh,
So you
hold on.
threw me away the second you realized I had other plans than being a mercenary, take no prisoners killer.
Man, I don't know what you're talking about here.
Only you could have helped Marcus edit that audio.
Look, man. I want you both to succeed, but sometimes you gotta make a choice.
This area is for players, staff, and approved guests only. You none of those.
It's a business, man.
Not if I can help it.
And one of the feel-good stories of the year, the emergence of AI. Worked his way through the G League.
He's still learning how to create for others, but he's a great prospect.
Trust me, this guy's like double-sided tape. He gonna be sticking, Harry.
AI's first taste of the NBA.
Just right.
You grew up playing 2K with all of your brothers. Who's the better player?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody.
Good luck, Marcus.
Please. Enjoy your first and last game in the league, chump.
tonight, Smitty, two teams, same conference, rivalry game. Tensions could be hot.
First of all, Kevin, I'm fired up. The fans are going to be fired up. The players. This is not one of those normal games. The tensions are going to be high. I think this one's going to be very physical.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for San Antonio. Inside, it's the veterans, Aldridge and Gasol. Young is out there with Green, and it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. Young with the ball. Pass to Green. Outside Gasol. 6 to shoot. Here's Aldridge. Young with no one around. And it's off from 3-point range. Passes it to Kuzma. Over Gasol. Kuzma can't get it to go. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Green against Harris. Gasol finds Young. Anderson wide open. Here's Gasol. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Harris up top. AI passes to Lopez from outside the arc, and Harris gets it to go on the assist by Lopez. Harris has got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Young, and it's blocked, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma. Ingram against Anderson. 4 on the shot clock. The kick out to Young. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Anderson's got his first basket of the night.
A high percentage look for Kyle. Has the size and length to be a factor inside.
And AI gets it to go.
And Corey Harris, a star player in college, a very polished product when he came into the NBA, and he just looks like a natural leader out there on the floor.
Harris quickly becoming, Greg, one of the bigger names and stars in the NBA. I know this team was simply ecstatic to land him on draft day, and he's a big part of their future. Now, AI. After Marcus Young missed from long range. Deflects the pass, and that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession.
And how about the reaction time on D there? Almost comes up with the pick.
You know, these are the little plays that can add up when you look over the course of a game.
Julius Randle's checked in for the Lakers. Isaiah Thomas comes in for Harris. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Gay's checked in. Spurs trailed by 3.
And Pau Gasol really on the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. He's a 2-time champion, international star, nothing left to prove, but still manages to put up points with his sharp approach to the game.
Stolen by Gay. Inside, Young. And Young with the stuff.
Really an aggressive athlete. Give Young a launching pad, and he is going to embarrass you.
Thomas kicks to AI. Out left to the wing. Randle with the bucket. Randle's got his first basket.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
Awesome at shooting off the dribble there. Young, you have to keep your hand up when he has the ball.
Pass to Randle. Here's AI, and the jam by AI. You know, Greg, when you talk about AI, you have to mention that he was playing in China before getting a chance here in the NBA.
And just reading about his time in China, it seems like that whole experience was a harsh dose of reality for AI that never quite felt at home. And while he did improve his game, I know he is glad to be back in the States.
Here's AI. They've got Brooke Lopez. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Dang. Then there's Harris. And it's AI in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Now, here's Lopez. Left side, Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Hands it from downtown. Harris has got the lead up to 3 now for the Lakers.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
And Smitty, it's amazing since Popovich took over the Spurs, they've missed the playoffs only once. Only one time under his tenure.
Yeah, in his first season, they won only 20 games. But then the big consolation prize, they got the #1 overall pick, which became, guess who? Tim Duncan.
Now, here's Lopez. Marcus Young unable to get his last shot to go. Harris against Green. Harris kicks to AI. Good, and a nice assist from Corey Harris. Now it's a 5-point Laker lead.
Showing good awareness. AI keeping one eye on the bucket and one eye on the clock.
And Young, here we go. And Young with the stuff.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
Here's Lopez. Following the bucket by the Spurs. Harris dishes to AI. Lays it up off the glass. AI's got 4 points now in the quarter. And with AI teaming up with Harris, it's actually a throwback to their collegiate days together.
And you know, Harris was the star of that team, but AI, he carried his own weight, no doubt about it, in that deep tournament run. I know they've had some issues in the past, but they must have put things behind them to team up together now here in the NBA.
Here's AI. Marcus Young making his last shot. Kuzma passes to AI, and he gets it to go. AI's got the lead, back up to 5 now for the Lakers. Spurs have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Here's Young. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And you can rely on Young from the mid-range. This guy knows how to flat-out score the basketball.
It's stolen by Green. The finish, and Green slams it in.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
No doubt, that could be a gigantic swing in momentum, given how that sequence developed.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Spurs trail by 3. You've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Young. They grab their own miss. Gasol rejected by AI.
Terrific defensive play. If you're going to score on AI, you got to come at him stronger than that.
And we don't have to tell you folks about just how important this final game of the regular season is. To put it in plain terms, win and you're in.
And for the Lakers and Spurs fans, this is what it's all about. There's just so much history between these two franchises. And even though this is a regular season game, it's got an air of a Game 7 feel to it.
AI has been leading the charge for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now all right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the... And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at AI, in this game, he has been everywhere.
And through 2 quarters, surprising how aggressive he was offensively.
Yeah, he's a guy who likes to let the game come to him. He really pushed the action. We'll see if that continues here in the second half.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Inside, it's the veterans, Aldridge and Gasol. Green is out there with Young. And it's Anderson in at the 3, the small forward. Coaches are always talking, Steve, about finishing games strong. What does it take to be a great closer, a great finisher?
I think guys look at guys that can score the basketball and make plays under duress, under adversity. But I think also on the defensive end, where you have players and teams, and it's beautiful to watch on the defensive end when they don't miss assignments. Everybody is locked in, and obviously teams score the basketball, but you look and say, they made them score over the top versus giving up an easy layup.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs got through some tension in their relationship early on. Now, Greg Popovich said it became apparent that it really was me. He'd been in the league for 9 years. I'm not going to turn him into some other player. That was just silly. So we took care of it, and he's been fantastic. Guys?
That's why Pop is the best in the business, DA. He's always going to figure it out. Thanks. Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Julius Randle's checked in for Lopez. And Hart subbed in for Harris. Murray's checked in for the Spurs.
You know, throughout his great career, Gasol has always been a frequent flyer at the free throw line.
And the Lakers making a change here. Zubats is checked in, and San Antonio with the change here too. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. Ingram kicks to AI. Back to Ingram. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. AI passes to Randle. Over Aldridge. That's good from Randle on the assist by AI. AI's got 4 assists in the game. Young for 3. That one's not going to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. AI outside. Zubats the pass to Ingram. Kicks to AI. Back to Ingram. Over Ginobili. And that one's good. Ingram's got the lead up to 5 now for the Lakers.
And the speed of Ingram makes him a nightmare for defenses in pick and rolls, constantly keeping them guessing. And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Steve, when we talk about signature shots in the NBA, what about Aldridge's fadeaway jumper?
Usually starts with him. What I like about AI defensively, has the physical ability, but can also anticipate your every move.
And so it's Los Angeles, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our state... Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Harris. Then it's Ingram. And it's AI in at the point. That's the Laker 5. Ingram kicks to AI. Back to Ingram. The pass to Kuzma. On the high post, he drills it. Kuzma's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Los Angeles.
This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
Pass to Gay. Over AI. Shot is good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Gay.
The arms of Gay go on forever, which is what makes him a big-time threat to score inside.
They get it back. AI, great D that time from Green.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
AI passes to Kuzma. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. With the putback. It's another look. And the layup is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Harris. And good coming on the assist by AI. AI's got 5 assists tonight. Here's Young. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
And the Lakers call time here.
It's hard to disagree with the timeout here as the team badly needs to regain focus. They're out of sync off.
All right, everybody, huddle up. Hey, keep it tight. Don't let up on Marcus. You got that?
Yeah, we clear. I understand.
All right, man. Now, look, let's bring this W home. Bring it in.
Let's do it.
Ready? Great.
Here's Ingram. AI outside. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots. And you talk about getting thrown into the fire. We're seeing the first NBA minutes for AI in one of the biggest games of the season. This team must believe in him to look his way with everything on the line.
And if you follow the news, you might have heard the story of how AI came to land on this team. This is as pressure-packed a debut as it gets, and AI has to be both terrified and elated right now. I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. It's a 3-point game. He kicks it to Young, and there's the feed to Gay. Young, good look. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
It's Kuzma top the key. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
This is what AI gives you. Takes it right into the teeth of the defense. Doesn't shy away from contact.
LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Cool under pressure. Terrific job nailing those 2 free throws there.
Here's Young. Here's Gasol. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Yeah, big call there on the goaltend. He just didn't get to it soon enough. Boy, that's a tough break.
1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Harris outside. And here's AI. And yes, it's good. AI's got 6 in the quarter.
And up until very recently, AI was grinding away in the G League. And from what I hear, he made a lot of progress with his approach to the game and fine-tuning his skill set.
And more, Greg, there are players who just figure it out when they get in the G League. You wonder if AI is the next player to make a successful leap. Passes it to Kuzma. And good coming on the assist by AI. AI's got 6 assists now in the game. We've got 1:13 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Young. Here's Aldridge. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And when you need a big score, go to someone with the firepower of LaMarcus.
The Lakers in the lead. AI passes to Ingram. Up top, Kuzma. AI outside. Back to Kuzma. Here's AI. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. They get Paul Gasol.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
Young taking his time here. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And you gotta know Young is taking that shot. Feels like he should be the only one to take it.
Lopez finds Harris. Good!
Ooh, the killer instinct of AI coming out in full force. That's a clutch bucket.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 29 seconds left in the fourth. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, AI.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. He said, "This is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it." He really is fired up about this game.
Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
Yes, and you're watching. Even this late in the game, they're still making plays. You got to love watching.
San Antonio calls timeout. And so it's the Lakers who come out.
Hey, Big Tune. Hey, I didn't think I'd see you here.
I'm here as a fan, not as a scout. Thanks for the show.
Hey, man, so what you think? Am I running yet?
Look, this is just the beginning, kid. But you're going to have a lot of teams to choose from this summer. I'll make sure of it. Welcome to the NBA.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. Tremendous game tonight, and I'm sure there'll be many more to come. But let's start with your name first. AI, what does that stand for?
My name?
What it do, youngin'? Hey, appreciate you meeting with me.
Yeah, you can thank my agent for that.
Yeah? He happened to mention why I wanted to sit down?
Nah, you know, just told me to keep an open mind.
So when you moving to a new spot?
Oh, you know, a couple weeks back.
I still remember my first check, man. Had a little Knicks logo on the top corner. Next day, I went out and bought me a watch or a Frosty. 3 weeks later, on the road in Miami, hit up Mansion Post game. And the next morning, woke up. Poof. 2 in a large, gone.
You heard of insurance?
I thought I was going to play forever. Like Vince Carter, collecting a paycheck and a pension. Last thing I remember was James Harden's grin. He hit me with that half cross, half carry thing he likes to do, and I'm waiting for the step back, and next thing I see, black. I woke up in Cedars. Mama was sitting there with a Bible on her lap while a doctor told her that I had hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Means my heart muscles were so swollen, blood couldn't pass through no more. Doctor told me I couldn't never play ball again. It's the worst day of my life. And hoop was my identity, man. It was my reason. After that, man, I just spun out, you know. People try to reach out, you know, all the dudes from around the league that you'd expect. Oh, try to make me feel better, but I wasn't hearing them. Wasn't long before I was back in my mama's crib in Jersey. Same single bed, flat broke. It's amazing how quick the cheese melts. The humbling comes for us all. Matter of fact, I still remember the first time I saw you playing the Dykeman. You was a freshman. So cocky, you'd make LeVar Ball blush.
Oh, all right. So that's why you took my ankles, huh? Man, I remember. People still send me gifts of that.
That's why you so salty, huh? Man, you are competitive. I get it. No one likes a clowning. Man, the reason I did that, though, man, you was out there stealing my shine, man. I couldn't just relinquish the crown, man. It's Dykeman.
I know, man. They never let you forget.
Right? Man. So we good?
Yeah, man, we good.
All right. See, the real reason I'm here, man, I want to manage you.
Oh, okay.
Look,
Yo, man, have you ever managed anyone?
I mean, technically, you're the first player I've ever even approached about this. But wait. You know, the last few years, I was coaching AAU, and I was finishing up my finance degree. You know, I've been paying my dues.
I don't know, man. Like, what's an undrafted free agent even need with a manager? You know, agent and lawyer got me covered.
No. Listen, they're deal makers. I handle the day-to-day. I'm talking media, endorsements. For instance, how much you paying for this crib, huh?
I don't know, 6.
6. It's a new apartment building over on Park that's willing to let you live there rent-free if you just mention them on social media. I got a car dealership and a furniture warehouse that's willing to do the same thing. That's a new crib and a new car gratis. I mean, it might not be glamorous, but listen, you gotta think about this. Do you want to be the kid with the frosty wrist? Or the one with the diversified portfolio, huh? Look, our paths wouldn't even pass the sobriety test. But we made it back. You're survivors. The real ones. Just imagine what we could do together, man. That's all I'm asking. Just imagine it, man.
Hey, you know what? I don't have to think about it. I'm in.
Crazy.
Really? You told me you play some 2K. What modes?
The 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Well, we can find and as the thank you for that, David. You think back to when AI made his debut at the end of last season. Just a whirlwind of time for him, guys.
I mean, it must have felt like being dropped onto a moving treadmill.
Opening night is upon us. Every team looking to come out of the gate strong. As we know, only half are going to get to the end.
Don't tell them that, Kevin.
I know you can't.
Let it breathe a little bit. Yeah. It is a long season. The teams, as we've seen in the past, sometimes what we're watching here tonight, 6 or 7 members of that team might not be on it come February. So got to temper your expectations. Watch the way guys have maybe improved from last season coming into this season. Excited about young teams and the opportunity of their potential, but things can change quickly in this league.
But don't you love the optimism at this time of year?
No doubt about it. Everybody's fired up for the opportunity to show what it is, especially as a player, what you worked on in the offseason to bring it to the hardwood and show your coaching staff the type of work you put in.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. Harris is out there with G. And it's LeBron in at the small forward. Out to Harris. Pass to G. Now Kuzma. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. The 3. That one, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And, of course, this is the first they're seeing of the Lakers.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Yeah, it was a completely one-sided season series, and that was no surprise to anyone. This first game between them should give us an idea if they're on a little more even ground this season.
Harris looking it over. 11 feet away, and the jumper is on the mark. Harris has got his first bucket in this one.
He's just so polished on offense. Harris has what it takes to score from the mid-range. You got to step up on it.
Tipped away. Lillard with it. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Well, Damian Lillard has never been one to doubt himself, and when he plays, he exudes confidence.
Has a short-term memory, which allows him to keep attacking even after he's missed a few. And that's the mentality you have to have on offense. He might be as good as any other guard in this game.
The mindset right now is pretty strong. Superb at staying aggressive, and right now stringing some plays together.
McCollum kicks to Layman. Lillard outside. From past the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 8.
Smart and aggressive. Lillard repeatedly dominating the pick and roll set.
The Lakers in the lead. Out to the right wing. McGee, the pass to G. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. G's got his second basket. And just looking back at AI and how he started his NBA career, what a way to make an entrance into the league in a pressure-packed situation, Greg, like this.
Yeah, and a lot of players would have been overwhelmed, but AI was instrumental in getting the win and helping the team secure a playoff berth. What an incredible moment it was for him in an NBA debut.
Unloads. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. That's 10 points for Lillard.
Yeah, this team would be in some bad shape, guys, if he wasn't scoring like this right now.
The shot's good from McGee.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Lillard outside. Here's Nurkic. Got a hand on it. Here's G. In the corner, it's James. The pass to G. Harris, right side. Here's G. Covered by Lillard. Just 4 to shoot. Here's James. Lillard with the rebound. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. 4-point game. Here's Layman, and he dunks it down.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Here's James. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Cantor comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. Douglas is checked in for Jake Layman. And Hood subbed in for McCollum. And then for the Lakers, Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for JaVale McGee. Ingram comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Harris. Three-pointer, Lillard. No good on the shot. And it's the Lakers the other way. James kicks to Ingram, to the paint, from 8. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And now it's a 9-point Laker lead. Portland's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Lillard looking around. Good, finds Cantor. Will it go? Kicks it out to Lillard. Hands it from downtown. Lillard's got 13 points.
This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And sometimes it seems the age of interior scoring big men has come and gone. Enes Kanter, one of the rare big men who can dominate a game offensively in the paint, great hands, and the strength to create space.
Here's James, again, Los Angeles.
And their offense already in a flow, some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Lillard. 13 points in the game. Over James. Again, the Trailblazers score. And you talk about Kanter's inside game, but he's got a solid jump shot.
It looks very comfortable all the way out to 20 feet. I think before long, we may see him add a three-point shot to his repertoire.
Now here's Lillard. 15 points in the game. To the inside. Kicks it out to Leonard. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
This is where the remake of his game is paying off. Leonard now one of the better catch-and-shoot bigs in the NBA.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. LeBron signing a 4-year deal with the Lakers. Greg, many speculated it might happen, but it was still a shock to many.
It makes sense from LeBron's standpoint. Son plays in LA for high school. LeBron has a lot of business interests as well. And also what's interesting is that when LeBron's contract ends, his son could potentially be coming into the NBA as a rookie.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Leonard with the steal. Here's Lillard, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on LeBron James. Kuzma passes to Harris. Dishes to G. Back to Harris. Passes it to McGee. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from the wing. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Stevenson. Lillard and McCollum, the deadly backcourt pairing. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Layman, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth. And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Pass to Aminu. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 5. Top of the key, Harris. Here's G, covered by Lillard. Stevenson dishes to G. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, of course, there's no shortage of storylines in Los Angeles. Now, last season, some people thought that Lakers coach Luke Walton had lost his players. The front office seemed slow to come to his defense. Now, Walton was a high-profile hire from Golden State in 2016, and you wonder if the Lakers will remain committed to their young coach if they can't start winning more regularly. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Left block shot on the way. And Stevenson pulls it in. The Lakers trail. G passes to Harris to the left wing. Here's G. Harris kicks to G. Pass to McGee. Harris outside. Fires the 3. Drills the three-pointer. Harris has got a pair of triples in the second now for Los Angeles.
I mean, the confidence coming into play here. Harris knows he's got what it takes to knock down that 3-ball.
And Lillard gets it to go.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
To the paint. Here's G. That ball. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. G's got 6 here in this quarter.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Here's Aminu and the Trailblazers. Another 3.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Harris passes to G. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Three-pointer, Lillard. That shot off.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And it's G finishing it off.
Wonderful recognition there. When you leave someone open around Harris, he's going to make you pay.
Lillard finds Nurkic. McCollum against Harris. Here's Nurkic. Nails the baby hook. Nurkic has got it all tied up now for Portland. LA has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. McGee, the pass to G. Through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Kuzma against Aminu. Here's Lillard, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. So many modern offenses no longer rely on a point guard to initiate the play. Tell us a little bit more. Walk us through that process.
I think a lot of teams, Kevin, are getting more towards motion offenses, almost playing in a secondary break where you've either coming off a score, you're coming down the floor, the point guard gets off the ball, and with all the players moving around and with the multifaceted skill set of your small forward and your power forward who's now playing at the point, distributing the ball, setting screens, DHO. Because of that skill set, you don't really have the heavy reliance on point guard domination with the basketball, setting up every play, and being the only playmaker on the floor. Now you have 3 and sometimes 4 getting that job done. Well, his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
Tipped away. Aminu kicks to Lillard. Bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got 33 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc. And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Trailblazers trail by 3. McCollum outside. Clock at 6. He gets that one. McCollum's got 8 points.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
On the wing, Harris. He's guarded by McCollum. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 3rd assist on the night. G dishes to Harris. McGee up top. The pass to G. Back to McGee. Lakers working the ball around now. G. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And these are his 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. Well, a lot to love about the Blazers' 2017-18 season, but it ended on a very sour note.
Well, they were a surprise 3rd team in the West last year. It was so tightly grouped. Things shook out for Portland to end up with home court advantage, but eventually swept out of the playoffs by a Pelican team that just played at breakneck speed. So getting swept was really hard for the Blazers. They did a lot of good things last year, developed Zach Collins in the later part of the season. But we'll see this year if they make some changes in order to have something more dynamic that they can offer up.
To the middle, here's McCollum, and he banks in the layup. 12 points for him.
Well, the O looks unstoppable tonight, especially because of that guy. He's just torching them.
G passes to Chandler. Down low, here's G. Lays it up and banks it in. G's got 29 in the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Caldwell Pope against Hood. Launches it. A rebound by the Lakers. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. G kicks to Caldwell Pope. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And James throws it down.
It's nice to see LeBron have a straight line drive. Somebody fell asleep there.
And so Hood will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 2. The dish to McCollum. Down low. Tipped away. Here's Cantor, and he uses the glass on the layup. Cantor's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
And it's not a secret. Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Thank you, Kevin. Big first half in points and assists. How are you able to make such an impact?
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Myers Leonard comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Harkless is checked in for Jake Layman. And Hood subbed in for Damian Lillard. And then for Los Angeles, Ingram, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Caldwell Pope comes in for Harris. And G's subbed in for Lonzo Ball. McCollum, no good. Lakers leading by 6. So the Lakers 5 right now. The forwards are Ingram and LeBron. G is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Kuzma in at the center.
And how about the deceptive strength of Ingram, just willing his shots in over the defense.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
The former Blue Devil, Brandon Ingram, was taken 2nd overall back in 2016, was deemed as untouchable by his front office as they rebuilt the roster. He's a big part of what the Lakers want to do over the next few years.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Portland no good that time either.
Right now he's just out of sync. A lot of shots rimming out, and he's got to try to find something different.
Caldwell Pope against Hood. Caldwell Pope passes to G. And it was Magic Johnson, Greg, who said Ingram is untouchable. Also feels Ingram can be an elite scorer.
Yeah, I mean, Ingram certainly has the makeup and skills to be a first option on offense. And when he heard of how highly Magic thought of him, it made Ingram want to work even harder. You can certainly see the huge leaps he's made as a scorer since Magic kind of gave him that vote of confidence.
Well, if he's going to do that, I don't know what you do to defend him. McCollum with the floater, so smooth.
To the middle, got a piece of it. They're running. Here's Hood. Got it. Good job in the low post. Hood's got 5 points now this quarter. Lakers leading by 8. G kicks to Kuzma. Lakers working the ball around now. Pass to Ingram. And G now atop the key. Shot clock at 5. Shot from 6. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Portland called for the foul. And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game. Something the NBA has tested out in the G League, Brent. Coaches' challenges. What do you think?
I think the idea of making sure that the handkerchief matches the tie is a great idea.
Only you would say that. Only you would say that.
I'm just worried with some of the casual styles in the NBA that it's not going to be accessible. But I think it's going to happen, and I think it's going to be interesting for the league. But it's going to happen.
Anything to make these coaches do more, make more decisions.
Make more decisions and make decisions that you know can impact whether or not your team wins the basketball game or loses loses it, because after a referee makes a determination that you think might be the other way, or they don't look at a replay where you're sure and certain that you could get possession, I'm reaching for the hanky.
Here's Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
The sheer strength of Cantor really coming through there. Throws it down with intent.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. G passes to James. Good on the shot. LeBron's got 15 points in just the second half.
Well, he's got a baton in the right hand as he's orchestrating what's going on. A maestro, if you will.
McCollum finds Leonard. Ingram with the steal. And here we go for the finish. And finished off by LeBron.
You wonder when LeBron James wants to have one of those big nights when he gets going like this. We could be in for a great show.
Pass to McCollum. Deflects the pass. Kuzma against Cantor. Inside, here's Harkless. Some solid defense from Ingram.
It looked like he wanted no part of that. Superb defense there, really making it tough on him.
And Kuzma slams it in.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
McCollum kicks to Harkless. Pass to Hood. Over Caldwell Pope. And it's good off the back rim and in. 9 points for Rodney Hood.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
And there's the pass to Kuzma. Shoots over Leonard. Offline with the baseline jumper. Now Harkless. Leonard dishes to McCollum. No good. And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll take it. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just...
AI, we've got an interview request for you. Come with me.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
AI, Griff Bryant, thanks for talking with me. Great game tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Of course.
So, considering this was just your first game, I'd say you held your own. How did it feel to contribute right away?
Oh, man, you know, it was great. You know, my teammates been really amazing, just helpful, giving me advice on whatever the NBA is going to throw at me. And, you know, it makes me looking forward to contribute to whatever I can do.
first game. If you guys were watching, I need to sleep now. We're already late. Enjoy playing this game.